Today, we're checking out Sleep Token for the very first time. I know what you're thinking. How the hell are you just now listening to Sleep Token? Well, I just never have gotten. I listened to early 2000s and late 90s. That's really what my jam is, other than like a couple of bands here and there. Uh, so I've never listened to Sleep Token. I think I understand that their identities are hidden, so like they don't. Nobody knows who they are. All the people I follow kind of put them in their stories and stuff, or, the music, but I haven't ever heard, or I wouldn't be able to name you a song or a tune or anything like that. Hearing them like off the street, I wouldn't know who they are. The song I chose today is "The Summoning." I believe that's their most popular song on YouTube right now. I think it was like 39 million views or something. So without further ado, let's give them a jam. I like it so far. Intro comes in, it's heavy. Okay, so we're off the rip. Cool intro. The vocals come in. The production sounds a little weird with the vocals. The pronunciation is a little off for me. Like I'm not really hearing all the words that well. I could use the vocals being on the forefront a little bit more. I like the the hi-hat there, or whatever that is. Okay, so, we're a minute in. This is when you would expect a chorus to hit. I don't think this didn't build very much for me to be in the first chorus already. A lot of reverb on this. Probably too much for my taste, because it kind of takes away from the ability to hear each enunciation in not just the vocals, but like in the instruments. It's not bad. It sounds good. They're good. They're good musicians. I think it said "Taking Me Past the Edge." I'm picking that up now. But this is such a chorus that people could sing along to. I'm surprised that the vocals aren't sitting up front. Also, with this imagery, nothing's fucking happened yet. What's going on? Now I think we're going to go into something. It's kind of like a build. See, now we're into like this new pinkies up kind of production sound that I'm not really into. Not saying that I like things to be completely raw and sound like a demo, but it's just so like elegant sounding at this point. I like this riff though. Nice, super easy chugs. Those vocals, I'm into the heavy vocals, obviously. But that could have had... Obviously, I processed my vocals. I got a little bit of reverb, a little bit of compression and EQ on them. But that was like so processed, it just fell inside of the mix, and you kind of lose it. You know what I'm saying? Now maybe this is like the bridge or the pre-chorus or something. Okay, whoa. I was about to say something about those vocals, and then it just hit into this other thing. I was gonna say that was almost like a Deftones-esque kind of thing. I don't know why they just didn't go full Deftones with with the mixing there on the vocals. It sound, that could have made it a little bit. I would have liked to hear a little bit more, like, you know, I would like to hear a little bit more of his mouth. All right, but what's this shit coming up? Really like that. That could have been the intro of the song. This could be two separate songs so far. That's reminds me of like an '80s hair metal, kind of thing, but in a very very good way. Not like a fucking hair metal kind of antsy kind of thing. I like that. Yep. I think this is back in the chorus. So that would have been like the bridge or the pre-chorus. Okay, let's take it past the edge. Side. The other side. So like, I like the melody here. Like I could have. I'd like take me to the other side. Not that I can sing, but as a listener, a consumer, I would have liked for those vocals just to be more up front in front of the music, so I could fucking go along with it. Like they're cleans. I should be able to hear what you're saying, unless you're Eddie Vedder or something like that. Oh, world. Here's those screams again. I'm into it, but it's like now we're going. All right, the breakdown. We're halfway through, so like I'm expecting something. See, this. Okay, so I felt that coming, so they did a good job with that. But what the fuck is going on with this visual? Nothing's happened yet. And oh shit, fuck. All right, he's getting sniped. It feels like this music is actually, it's not a song, it's a score. Like a video score. The problem with it is nothing's fucking happening in this video. Um, you know, I grew up in an era where like I liked watching music videos. Still to this day, if I watch a music video, I'm fucking invested in it. I sit down or I stand up or whatever the hell. Videos have the ability to inspire, and this video is completely dropping the ball. I don't care if it was like a artsy kind of thing. Nothing's happening here. I might as well be looking at a shoe in a subway street or some shit. No hate to the visual artist or whatever. I mean, it looks cool, but there's no movement. And the music is moving, but like not in a way that's moving the story forward, if there's a story. I should have turned on closed captions or whatever. Um, I could see this being the outro and it just being 2-3 minutes long or whatever. It's just dragged out with all the synths and stuff. No hate against synths, but like if that's what's happening, I don't know if you can legitimately call that a 6-minute song. K-pop Demon Hunter vibes right there. With that, whatever the is in the background. I only know that because I have kids. There's no payoff in this fucking video. Like, I'm expecting a payoff any moment. Like, it's building up to a payoff and I'm just getting let down. There's no resolve here either. If this song is popular because of the musicianship, sure, like the musicianship is good. Obviously, I mean most big bands are, but I cannot believe this is. I don't know. Their top song is not doing it for me. Okay, I'm dead. What the fuck is this? This is a whole new song. So far, there's 3 different songs in this fucking song. Not saying that each of those songs are bad. Shit. But to be together is odd. You could have had 3 different really good songs. I'm not telling them that. I'm telling you that. Whatever. They're freaking famous. And I'm just this dude in this tiny little studio room. So, let's listen to this. Ooh. Is that a gunky little funk bass? I really hope that's a bass with some effects and not a keyboard. Not that I'm hating on keyboards, but like it'd be cool if that was the bass. What the hell happened? I'm into that. Still with the visual though, nothing's happening. Make a good girl bad. Is that a saxophone back there? They could have added a saxophone in this for real. Be a little jazz thing. I can't tell if that's a sax or just like an effect. Right there. It almost doesn't sound like a brass instrument. It sounds almost like a sax, but maybe that's some kind of synth or something. But that's... Oh, okay, the video's over. But that's so far back there, it's just adding a little bit of texture. Okay, so that's the end of the video. I really dig that last bit. There's other parts in the middle of the song that I really like too. But the whole thing is an atmosphere, like an experience, but not an experience that tells a story, and an experience that carries you from one island to the next that shouldn't have been bridged. I don't know. So far, first time ever hearing Sleep Token, really. First time going out of my way to listen to them. Not doing it for me. No hate to them. This just isn't my thing.
and I like a lot of different music. You know, I can get down. I can name you a bluegrass song or a band, but I can get down to some bluegrass, and that being an extreme. But bluegrass is definitely, is basically metal, anyways. Um. All right, let's rank this. All right, let's do 1 to 10. I would give this song a 6. It's not bad, you know, but it's not storytelling. Uh, and maybe the lyrics do tell a story, but it's not storytelling in a way that a commercial listener could follow it and get behind it and relate to it. Uh, the vocals are kind of, in some sections, kind of poppy in the way that the melody is, and they're being sung, but they're not poppy in production. You know, it's kind of, they're so far into the music and inside of this atmosphere that it's hard to get it. You know, it's hard to catch on. It's hard to sing along. You can definitely bob, but like the melody didn't stick out as much as you would like. Now, for someone who doesn't really listen to lyrics and they just take in vocals as another instrument and it's just this whole thing, that's probably really good. I definitely felt like this was a bunch of different riffs mushed together. I would have liked to hear each of these segments or sections being tossed out into their own song. So like that ending bit that was kind of funky, kind of jazzy, and then that middle bit where it was almost like a 80s kind of sound to it, clean. Those two things could be their own song. So I would have liked that. I would have listened to both of those for sure. Definitely liked the way the production was at the end and that little jazzy funky bit with the vocals and stuff like that. I think that was a bass doing the kind of bubbly little thing. But maybe this, even though this is their most viewed song on YouTube, maybe it's not their best song. So if you have a Sleep Token song that you would like me to listen to, go ahead and comment down below. What would you rank this? Am I fucking crazy for not liking it that much? I mean, I liked it, but I didn't like it as a song. I'll see you guys in the next one.